Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Zems, and welcome to another reaction video. Today we're gonna react to Mystery Files, the strangest case of a blue family in Kentucky. Again, this video is by Mystery Files, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you swoop down to that description box, click on that link, go watch this video in entirety, because I'm going to be pausing, stopping, and talking through the whole thing. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Zems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest.
Precisely where our story takes place, in a town called Troublesome Creek, Kentucky in 1820.
Troublesome Creek? Bro, this sounds like the beginning of every horror movie that went wrong. I'm telling you guys right now, if your plans is to move in the near future, or if you live there right now, now is the time to move out. If you live anywhere that has confrontation, dilemma, hindrance, adversity, betrayal drive, anything like that, bro, confrontation drive, whatever you may be, disorder, hardship, bro, complication, difficulty boulevard, bro, if you live in any of those names or even close remotely, any similarities, just go ahead and move out, bro.
1820. Troublesome Creek was called troublesome because back then it was extremely annoying, nearly downright impossible to get to. Located in a remote valley, the land was so clogged with trees, vines, and boulders that even experienced hunters and rugged outdoorsmen found it hard to access. Only the most stubborn, desperate settlers persevered and put down roots in the region. So not a
Why? I mean,
namesake is quite
just go
literal.
to a different creek then.
Tough to get there.
I thought it was troublesome maybe because it was troublesome to cross. That would make more sense. You have to cross this creek. It's a troublesome creek. But if it's like, oh, it's just hard to get to this creek,
just don't go there don't name it.
Just don't go to the creek then.
Yeah, that's a good point. Two of those settlers were a husband and wife, Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith. Martin was a French orphan who somehow ended up purchasing a plot of land on the American frontier. He and Elizabeth trekked out there with plans of raising a family. In many ways, they seemed like any ordinary young couple. That is, until Elizabeth started giving birth to blue babies.
Is that an actual photo or did we photo?
No, that's a real photo. That's not photoshopped at all. They had color photo cameras back then.
What year is this?
No, I don't know, 1830s?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, that ain't real. We took that baby, we took a photo of it, dipped it in some blue.
Yeah.
No Photoshop involved. In short order, the Fugates had 7 kids. 3 of them were pale, as white as their mother, who was in fact notably, poetically pale. Quote, as pale as the mountain laurel that blooms every spring around the creek hollows, as someone who must have had a crush on her once said.
So this is a...
What?
This is a rendering of the family, the blue family?
This is actually them. It's supposed to be them, at least. Yeah.
So some of them are blue.
Yeah, so you didn't let me finish. The other 4 Fugate kids were blue.
So they had some blue children, and then they also gave birth to what appears to be Michael Myers.
Right there?
No, on the bottom.
Right there.
They do look like Michael
gene,
Myers.
But they've also got the big Mike gene. I mean, not far off. Also kind of Michael-ish.
No, that guy in the bottom.
This guy in the bottom,
That is full Michael Myers.
You know what? It's kind of like...
You better kill that kid quickly before he kills you.
It's kind of like if Mike and Chucky had a kid. Now, by all accounts, this was shocking, as people are rarely blue. But it shouldn't have been totally surprising.
I don't even care about the blue family anymore. I want to know about baby Michael Myers.
Baby Mike. But it shouldn't have been totally surprising for one reason. Martin... What? Oh man, he's still there. I tried to get away from him, but he's still peeking in.
He's still smirking.
But it shouldn't have been totally surprising for one reason. Martin, the father, was also apparently a touch blue. Indigo, in fact. Now, many of these details were passed down through oral tradition, so it could be legend that Martin arrived in Troublesome Creek.
Bro, this is every Gatorade sponsor's dream. Y'all remember those commercials back then? You used to drink the yellow Gatorade and they'll be dripping yellow sweat, or red to be red, or orange and be orange sweat. Y'all remember that, bro? I remember as a kid, I used to be like, man, go outside, drink some Gatorade, you run around the block, bang up your ankle a little bit, trying to do tricks on a scooter. Tear them ankles and toes up, trying to sweat out red Gatorade. Boy, them blue Gatorade. That's crazy. How my boy was born blue. I don't know. Somebody was dating a little extraterrestrial on the side, or a Smurf or something, bro. Eating now and laters or something like that, bro. 'Cause I know they say you eat certain, like carrots or something, right? Turn you orange or something. Oh, some kind of fruit they say if you eat it, it's supposed to turn you that color.
It's a fact that 4 of his kids came out blue, and since Troublesome Creek was not only nearly impossible to get to, but also impossibly tricky to leave, Martin's kids stuck around. They grew up married partners and had kids. And some of those kids, who were first cousins, married each other, and they had kids, and those kids married, and soon the valley was brimming with Fugates, nearly all of them blue.
They couldn't even beat the incestual allegations because there's a bunch of blue folks running around
Yeah, that's
after
a
a
tough
while.
one to...
That's a tough one. We weren't doing that.
Tough one to try to excuse.
Yeah.
Word of the Fugates' blueness spread fast. Some described their coloring as gunmetal blue or blue as fish hooks. It was said that they would get especially blue when angry or when they had too much to drink. Sorry. Why does that make you laugh?
I was operating under the assumption, seeing as how you said they're born blue, that they were always blue, but I didn't realize they were like a fucking mood ring.
Well, I think,
they get angry,
when if people get angry, they could get sort of red or flushed.
So they just get bluer.
It was assumed that the blueness must have hurt the Fugates, but they seemed in otherwise good health. Their only other symptom was that their blood was brown. When it ran, it looked like melted chocolate. And I know I'm saying that like it's a fun little bonus detail, but frankly, it sounds very bad.
It does.
They know that.
Look, I assume someone bled at some point.
I know, but it just feels like
bloody nose.
Feels
a
like
paper
somebody
cut.
murdered one of these blue people.
No, you
watched
gotta
the blood come out.
Well, I
don't know.
It's possible they
Mike. It was Mike.
It could have been Big Mike. Harmful or not, being blue made the Fugates outcasts in the community. It freaked people out. Luckily, there wasn't much of a community in Troublesome Creek to ridicule them. There was no railroad passing through, nor even any real roads. On top of that, the Fugates themselves made up a large percentage of the community. Still, rumors of their blueness reached far beyond Troublesome Creek, and those rumors soon transformed into superstitions and prejudices. Some people thought the Fugates were blue because they had been cursed by the devil, or because they had intermarried with slaves. All of this meant the Fugates found it even harder to leave Troublesome Creek and find non-Fugates to marry. Some family members became so reclusive they refused to go into town to buy food. Now, the Fugates, to their knowledge, had never been cursed by the devil, but if not, the question remained, why were they blue? And there he is again.
That's why I keep saying they drew a Michael Myers
It's time to
mask
get
on
into
them.
the theories.
Okay.
As to their blueness. Let's blue it.
Nice.
The theories. Hey, what the heck is that?
Oh.
Wow.
He's still peeking.
I saw him peeking out of a theory one.
He's winking at you up there.
All right, my first theory is going to go to the fact that they probably drank something in the water. I know back then the water probably wasn't as clean as probably today's standards, but even today, I think today's standards is kind of a little bit wonky. But these days, man, you don't even know anywhere. You be like, man, I'm going to eat healthier today. Breaking news, all lettuce is being called back right now. If you're at Chipotle, Subway, Jimmy John's, all of the above, do not eat the lettuce. And I'm like, oh man, I got to stay away from that. Eating breakfast. Recall on eggs. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, bro, what is going on? Everything that you eat, bro, at this point, just eat what you want, bro. Like, at this point, man, everything's bad. You know, unless you're living in Europe or Japan or somewhere where you just know for a fact that everything that you're eating is coming from a credible source, then by all means. Anyway, I'm off topic. The second one, I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of mental disease or illness, or not mental disease, that's stupid. Some kind of inherited disease that goes in the bloodline or something like that. Or three, it could have just been something that they've been eating. Maybe they was eating a certain kind of food back then that they didn't really know. Maybe it had like lead or something in it, or something that was able to change their whole skin color. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. Don't even cheat, bro. Don't cheat. Don't wait to the whole video and then try to come back in the comment section and be like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Don't do that, bro.
Now, over the decades, several theories began to emerge as front runners, so let's get right into them. Theory 1. Heart and lung disorders. Now, some hypothesize that the Fugates suffered from heart disease and lung disorders, which might cause blueness due to a lack of oxygen in the blood. Cases of heart or lung disease had been documented to cause blue lips. So the theory went, maybe the Fugates had such a strong case that the blueness had spread to their entire bodies.
I think that's what's actually upsetting about your getup. I've realized it now.
It's the lips?
It's
Is
that
it
your
the
lips
lips?
aren't blue.
I tried to get some blue on them, but they're pink, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay.
This sounds crazy, right? It's just because someone's lips might turn blue if they're not getting enough oxygen You wouldn't assume that a whole body
Yeah.
would turn blue.
Is there any record of their life expectancy being quite low among the family?
Well, we'll get into that. This seemed unlikely since the Fugates were actually typically in remarkably good health.
Then
So
this-
you got that one right. A jelly bean for Ryan.
once again, you're not the professor.
I'm feeling myself in this. I'm fuzzy, I'm blue, I'm feeling all right. At a time and a place when life wasn't exactly a picnic, many of them lived into their 80s and 90s. Others suggested their blood was just, quote, too close to their skin. Now, when observing veins and blood vessels through the skin, one might perceive a bluish tint, but you'll remember the Fugates' blood was the color of chocolate when it left their bodies. So, overall, not a good theory.
No.
Let's move on to theory 2. It was a blood disorder. Now, this theory is that they suffered from a blood disorder called methemoglobinemia, a circulatory condition often brought on by an enzyme deficiency or an overabundance of vitamin K. Now, pork liver has a lot of vitamin K. Were they simply eating too much pork liver? How much pork liver can a person eat? Can you eat too much pork liver? Of course you can. Would it make your skin blue? I don't know. What do you think of that one? Pork, too much pork. This theory is pork.
I don't
this
like
theory
looking
is
at pork
maybe too
liver.
much pork.
I've never
Look at that
eaten
liver.
pork liver, so I guess I can't really knock it. I'll try anything once, but I don't want to try that.
I had fried chicken liver at the House of Pies in Los Angeles once.
How was that?
It was good going down, but on the way out is the worst thing I've ever produced smell-wise.
I can't do no liver. Any
Let's
kind of
move
liver.
on to
Chicken
theory
liver, any
3.
kind. I can't do liver, bro. It's so nasty and bitter.
Maybe. Yes, maybe instead
think
of
it's this
eating
one,
too much
silver
pork
ingestion.
liver, were the Fugates actually snacking on precious metal? Before penicillin was widely available, many Americans ingested low doses of silver, which, believe it or not, has antibacterial qualities. Now, some people, despite abundant penicillin, still eat silver, like this guy, Paul Carrison, aka Papa Smurf, who took some hoping to curb a bad case of dermatitis. Now, he turned blue because the silver gave him a much worse condition called argyria. And that's why he looks like that. Now, did the Fugates also overdose on?
What would I turn if I ate silver? That's a good question, right? I wonder.
Metal? Would poor rural Kentuckians really drink silver rather than sell it? I don't know. Let's move on to theory 4. And this one isn't as fun as the others, but we've tried to make it look as jovial as possible.
Inbreeding?
Inbreeding. Now, many have suggested inbreeding, which, in Kentucky at the time, was a bit like the pot calling the kettle black. Cousin marrying was very popular then. You know, hey, we learn, you live, you learn,
Yeah.
right? Interviewed years later, a relative of the Fugates named Dennis Stacy said, quote, back then, there was no roads. It was hard to get out. So they intermarried.
What's the deal with cousins, am I right?
What's the deal with cousins? It's a very, the deal is don't marry them.
Their deal was like, let's investigate very closely.
But that was true of nearly every holler in Kentucky. Very few roads were built in the area until 1910. Before that, the forest was so thick that people traveled into creeks, which often led right up to the houses. That's kind of cool, I think. I mean, not the intermarrying, but cool that they traveled via creek instead of roads. That's fun.
Like a lazy river system.
Yeah, kinda.
That's fun.
Sounds
So
tiring.
if everyone was marrying their cousins, why were only the Fugates blue? Which brings us back to everyone's favorite theory. Theory 5. Devil worship!
What?
Yes, the Fugates had been cursed. A lot of people thought, case closed. After all, the Fugates did seem suspicious. Because of their blueness, they were ashamed to be seen by the few other people in the county who often ridiculed or even harassed them. They decided to isolate instead of mixing with the community. This created a vicious cycle. The longer the Fugates went without socializing, the more people became suspicious of them.
I just like how they always just drop some random theory in there that was like low oxygen, silver, inbreeding, and they're like demons.
Seemed like they had something to hide. Finally, they became outright pariahs. Many people didn't want their children to play with the Fugate children in case they caught their blueness. The Fugates' period of isolation would end up lasting nearly 150 years, during which time they only socialized with a few nearby families.
I think it's now and laters.
Yeah.
Are there any blue surviving Fugates now?
Well, Well, before we get into that, do you have a favorite theory?
No, I don't think any of those work.
None of these? You don't believe any of these?
No.
What is your theory then?
It's probably some sort of other health condition not listed here.
All right, well, let's see what happened to our blue Fugates.
Oh, God.
We're back at the screen.
Yeah, we are.
She didn't see that one coming. There's more to this story.
I thought so.
The mystery started to unravel in 1960 when a young hematologist named...
Wait, this one is solved.
You don't know that yet. You don't know.
It's solved.
You don't know. You can't make assumptions like that.
I solved it.
You'll make an ass out of you and me, out of blue and me.
I solved it.
When a young hematologist named Madison Callwine from the University of Kentucky heard rumors about blue-colored hill folk. Callwine was a well-respected doctor, having helped isolate the antidote for cholera and having helped create a drug to treat Parkinson's disease. His passion in life, however, was for hematology, mostly because he liked how blood looked, not streaming down people's faces, but under a microscope. Quote, "Blood cells have always looked so beautiful to me,"
He's a serial
once
killer.
said. This guy's a freak. What?
It's just he's a creepy guy, I guess.
He probably didn't say it with that sort of level of intensity. He's probably like, blood cells have always looked so beautiful to me. That doesn't make it much better.
Just things you hear while you're blindfolded.
Yeah. So when Dr. Callwine heard about the Fugates with their blue bodies and chocolate blood, he was thrilled. He immediately set out for the forest, bringing a sturdy nurse named Ruth Pendergrass with him. Like Dr. Callwine, Nurse Ruth was a blue superfan. The Fugate rumor fascinated her. Ruth lived in Hazard, Kentucky, deep in the hills. Every day, Dr. Callwine...
Bro, I gotta do a research on the names in Kentucky, bro. Hazard, Kentucky. These names, bro. Troublesome, Troublesome Creek, Hazard, Kentucky, bro. What's next? There'll be a Confrontation Alley.
drove 8 hours to meet up with Ruth, and the two of them scoured the hollers for blue people. For weeks, they had no luck. And then, just when they were considering giving up, a pair of blue siblings walked right into Ruth's clinic in town. Their names were Rachel and Patrick Ritchie, close relatives and neighbors of the Fugates.
Very close.
Very close neighbors. You know, they got that upside down pineapple on their door, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Dr. Callwine and Ruth started charting the Ritchies' family health history to try to find the origin of their blueness. They found no evidence of heart or lung disease, ruling out that popular theory.
Which I also ruled out.
He also, let's let it be
I also
noted,
ruled that out.
you should be a doctor.
Thank you.
Yes. Then they tested the hemoglobin levels in their blood, suspecting they might suffer from anemia. These tests, too, came back negative. Stumped, Dr. Callwine and Nurse Ruth began digging through obscure medical literature, hoping to find similar cases. And after rigorous searching, finally, they found something. The case of some native Alaskans who were blue, and not just from the cold. Those Alaskans were found to have methemoglobinemia, a condition caused by an enzyme deficiency.
You sure it's not caused by trying to pronounce that?
It's a long one.
Methemoglobinemia.
Methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia.
Methemoglobinemia.
Methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia. After further tests, it was discovered that Rachel and Patrick Ritchie lacked the enzyme diapherase and keeps the blood from producing too much methemoglobin. As a result, the Ritchies' methemoglobin levels were 10 to 20 times the normal amount, which prevented red hemoglobin from transporting normal oxygen levels to their blood. While it wasn't toxic, it did alter their skin tone. Guess how?
I kind of zoned out a little bit.
I was giving you a layup question.
Well, I was just thinking.
Well, just read. It's not toxic. It did alter their skin tone. Now, how do you think it altered their skin tone?
Oh, because it made
them blue.
I was just thinking about greenoglobin, and I was like, because it was like a Green Goblin.
This is what you think about.
I was thinking about that in my head.
When I'm telling you things.
I was imagining a Green Goblin blood.
Methemoglobinemia is a recessive condition which likely started in the Fugate family all the way back with Martin and Elizabeth 150 years earlier. In most cases, it would have died out because a recessive trait requires both parents to carry it for it to be passed on. But since the Fugates were so isolated and so often intermarried, only ever branching out to marry into a neighboring family, like the Ritchies, it was passed on through inbreeding. The gene pool was tiny, so the defect stuck around.
Theory 4!
Theory 4!
It was Theory 4!
It was Theory 4!
So it was Theory 4!
It was Theory 4! Dr. Callwine confirmed that being blue did little harm to the Fugates and the Richies. There were a few side effects. Some family members lacked sweat glands. Others had bird-like faces. And some lacked immunity to major diseases, but largely they were doing okay. Still, when Rachel and Patrick Ritchie introduced Dr. Callwine and Ruth to the real Fugates, who were then mostly living near a dead mining town called Hardburley, they realized that the blue people didn't particularly love being blue. So, the doctor whipped something up to help them. He injected everybody with a second enzyme called, oddly enough, methylene blue. And when they took it, they turned pink.
That must have been a cool moment to see them like shift
I don't
into
think
pink.
it was like that, right? I don't think.
Bro, that's crazy.
They injected themselves and just went.
They started to float. Just,
That was close enough. Sadly, the transformation was only temporary, but Dr. Callwine left everyone with enough methylene blue to last a lifetime. The blue people turned pink, and many left Kentucky and married non-blue people, producing non-blue children. Soon, there were no more blue Fugates left.
damn,
He fixed them.
that's cool.
They were blue no more.
Good doc.
A happy ending.
Yeah.
A happy ending.
It makes you wonder how many other diseases that have went around and or is still currently ongoing and we don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to see how far medicine and research has come to the point that you can go back and look at hundreds of years of medical data and try to find out what these people may have had during that time. So enzyme, methyloblemia, whatever they methylhemoglobin, whatever they said earlier, and turning people blue. So I mean, obviously the tree wasn't that troublesome because they were able to make their way out of there and live normal lives. So I mean, the fact that they were all blue and stuff like that, if anybody that is suffering from methylgoblemia, whatever it is, make sure you hit your boy up. I want to give you a exclusive interview here on the Crow's Nest channel with your handsome host Zems. Boy, if you don't
For our blue friends.
Nice.
Isn't that
Blue
nice?
no more.
Yeah.
the aftermath.
Well, the curious case of the blue folks of Kentucky has captured people's imaginations for generations. It's weird, it's true, and it finally answers the age-old question, what happens when a family doesn't hang out with anybody else for hundreds of years? Thanks to a very curious doctor, the riddle was finally solved. Disappointingly, it wasn't the devil, it was a recessive, mostly harmless enzyme deficiency. Even so, don't marry your cousins, and definitely don't marry them if they're blue. Anyway, we can safely say that this case is solved.
Solved.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does. It would be kind of neat if just as an overall like human trait, if you did any kind of
turn blue?
incestual behavior, you turned blue.
That would be nice. Yeah, like robbing a bank when the
exactly
bag,
like the blue bag.
the blue
explodes
bag
on you.
blows on you.
And when,
What were you gonna say? I'm curious.
I mean, they finished, but I'm not gonna finish it.
All right, folks. Well, it's been a lot of fun here talking about these blue folks. As we said, keep it outside the family.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.
Well, I'm going to end it right here, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, support your boy. Again, this video is by Mystery Fowl, so if you haven't already, make sure you swoop down to the description box, click on the link and watch this video to the entirety, because I'm going to pause and stop it and talking through the whole thing. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Zems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. Bro, I'm so sorry about this squeaky chair, bro. I be hearing this chair squeak all the time. I need to be looking for another chair. I used to have another chair back in the day when I got out of the military, and I think I ended up selling it because it was too much stuff to bring. But I need to get me another one because this one is horrible. It's starting to squeak, and I don't really like all this squeakiness and all that goofy stuff. But if you guys have any more video recommendations, please be sure to let me know down in the comment section. I know somebody said they want to see some more Mystery Fowl stuff. So if you guys want to see some more Mystery Fowls or any other thing involving any kind of story, just let me know down in the comment section. I'll be sure to look into it. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If no one told you today, I love you. Peace out.